everyone, welcome back to Code with Poonam. This is day 40 of our 100 Days of Coding Challenge in JavaScript. Before we dive into today's challenge, let me show you something exciting. Today I am exploring Goovy's Codekata platform. It's an amazing platform to practice coding and improve problem solving skills. I will give you a quick walkthrough of the Goovy site and the Codekata page so that you can see how easy and fun it is to practice coding there. Here is their website, goovy.in, where everyone can find something interesting based on their interest. If you love coding, check out the Codekata for hands-on problem-solving challenges. If you want to upskill, Goovy offers courses in multiple languages, making tech learning accessible to everyone. If you are exploring tech careers, they have got resources for that too. So please do visit goovy.in. In this practice section, we have Codekata, WebKata, debugging, and IDE and online compiler as well. So you can explore these sections as well. Now we will go to the Codekata page. Okay, so here is our Codekata. Now this is what it is, specifically their playground for coders like us. It has a problems for every level from beginners to advanced. You can see there are different sections as well. So with your interest, you can just explore it out. Okay, now we will take one of the question from one of the sections. So I am going to take the absolute beginner question. Okay, so if you see in this tab, we have our question, right? So this is the absolute beginner question, and the question is what? Using the method of looping, we have to print the table of 9 till n. Correct? And this is their set of instructions. So what I have done is this question I have taken to my VS Code and we are going to solve it over there. So let's move to our VS Code. Now in the VS Code, if you see, the question is already there, right? So the same question I have taken and I have mentioned here. Okay, so let's read this question. So using the method of looping, we have to write a program to print the table of 9 till n, right, in the following format. So this is our output. They are saying n is our input, correct? Also, they are saying you have to print null if 0 is input, right? And now in the line number 9 and line number 12, if we see, they have given here input and output description, right? That our input they are providing will be a positive integer. And if you read about the output description, they have said print the table of 9 with a single spaces between the elements, right? So you can see here, here are the elements, right? 9, 18, and 27. So there is a space between them, right? And till the number that is the input. So what is the input? 3 is the input. And we can see here, we have only 3 multiples of 9, right? 9, 18, and 27. So that is what they're expecting from us. So let's come here and we will break this question and we will start solving it here. So first of all, we know that we have to write a JS function. So that I will write it. Okay. After that, what we have to do? We have to print the table of 9 till n, right? So that also I will write here. Okay. Then after that, what it is written that we have to print null, right? When the input is 0. So that also I will take and I will put it over here. So these are the most 3 important part of our question, right? Now line number 18, let us come here and define the function. So we will write here what? Print table 9, right? And with a parenthesis, correct? So this will be our function name. After that, what we have? We have to print the table of 9 till n using the method of looping, right? So that is where we are going to use here what? We will be using a for loop, okay? Now in this, what we have in a for loop, we have a start point, we have an end point depending upon the condition and we increment it, right? So what will be our start point? The start point will always be 1. Why? Because we want the 9 multiples, right? So 9 times 1, 9 times 2, 9 times 3, like that, correct? After that, what we will do? We will put our condition and we will define our end point. So our end point will be what? It will be 3, right? Because input is 3, that is nothing but our n, correct? So 1 to 3, it is going to run. After that, what we are going to do? We will be incrementing it up. Okay, so we have to do plus plus here. So suppose we are taking I is equal to 1 and I is less than or is equal to 3 and we are going to increment it, right? I plus plus, right? So let us here and write that. Let I is equal to 1, okay? and then we have to write I is less than or is equal to n, and then we have to increment it, correct? And this will be our loop, right? And after this, what we have to write? We will have to write our logic. Now, how we will get the multiples of 9? It is very obvious that we need to get our 9 because we need the multiples of 9. And what we are going to multiply? We are going to multiply 9 times 1, 9 times 2, 9 times 3. That is nothing but the value of I, right? So that is where I will write here what? 9 times I, okay? I will explain you here below when we are doing the iteration now, okay? So now I will just write here what? I is equal to 1. When I is equal to 1, I will be less than or is equal to 3 because our input is 3, right? And it is going to increment as well. Now we will test this condition now. I is 1, I is less than or is equal to 3. Correct. Then I will increment, right? So I value will become what? In this iteration, it will become 2. So I'll just write and keep, okay? Here what we will get? 9 times of I. That is nothing but what? 9 times of 1, right? So I'll write here what? 9 times of 1, which is equal to 9, correct? So this is what we are going to get it. So in the first iteration, we got our 9. This is what was required, right? In the second iteration, what will happen now? It is again going to test this condition. I is less than or is equal to 3 and I plus plus we will write here. Now again it will check. 2 is less than or is equal to 3. Yes, it is less, right? So this condition is true and it will go and increment. So I will write here what? I is equal to 3 and I'll come back here. Okay, then what we will do? 9 times of I we are going to do, correct? So then what is our I value now? 9 into 2, correct? So we will get here what? 18. So this is our output. We also got this 18, correct? After that, what we are going to do? I is equal to 3, right? Now I will write here what? Again, I is less than or is equal to 3. The condition here is still satisfying. 3 is equal to 3. So I will again increment here and then we will come here and I will write here what? I is equal to 4. Now let us come back here and what we are going to do again? 9 times of I, right? So what this is going to do? 9 times of 3, right? So that also I will write it and we will get here what? 27, right? So this is what is the output. 9, 18 and 27. We have got this. Now, it is going to increment, right? Because it is I plus plus. So it will increment and I value will become 4. But here the condition is what? I is less than or is equal to 3. In any case, it is neither less, it is not equal, right? So that is where here your loop will terminate. So I'll just write here loop will terminate or loop will end. So this is the case where the loop will terminate and we will get this 3 output. Now, since we are using a for loop and we are going to print it inside the loop, we will get the output at different lines, right? 9, 18 and 27. But what they are asking, you have to print it as a string in a one line. So what we will do for that, we will come here and we will declare an empty array. On this empty array, we are going to use a push method. What does push method do? It adds up the element at the end, right? So I'll just write here. It adds up the element at the end, okay? Now, which element it is going to add? It is going to add our multiples of 9. From the loop, whatever the iterations we are going to perform and get the output, those iterations output, it is going to push it over here. So that is where we will get here what? We will get here 9, 18, 27. So this will be the output after we use a push method, okay? Then if we see here, we don't need it in an array, right? We need it in a string, correct? So to achieve this desired output, we can solve it in 2 ways. Either we can use a spread operator, okay? So I'll write here spread operator, or you can do it using a join method also. So I'll write here what? Join method. So let us see how we will do. So this is our array, right? Which we have our 9, 18 and 27. So we are going to use a spread operator syntax. What is a spread operator syntax? 3 dots, right? So I'll write here 3 dots and I will write here our array. Now what does spread operator do? It is going to spread out the elements, right? So it will spread out the elements of the array. So I'll just write here spread out the elements of the array, and we will get our desired output. Okay, this was the first way. What is the another way? We can use a join method also. So where we are going to use a join method on this array itself. So we will write here our array, and to this we will use a join method, and in this we are going to pass a double quotes with a space, right? What does join method does? Join method brings together the elements of the array. So I'll just write here what brings together the elements of the array. Okay. So this is what is the two ways where we can use it and we can get the desired output. So here we have one more thing, that we have to print null if our input is 0, right? So that also I will take here, and what we are going to do, we will be using here early return. Okay. What we will do, we are going to use here a early return. How? We will write here the condition, right, in our if statement, that if our n is less than or is equal to 0. Why I am writing less than or is equal to 0? Because they said we are providing you with a positive integer. That means they don't want a negative integer also. So that is where I will write here what if our n, that is input, is less than or is equal to 0, then you do what? You print our null, and also you do a return. This is the complete approach which we are going to use it and solve now step by step. So what I will do it, I will come here and I will just write here a approach. So let us come here and define our function print table 9. Okay. And we will invoke it quickly over here as well. So I'll write here what? Print table 9. And I will pass here 3 as our input. That was been said, right? And we will come here and we will accept here as n, right, as a params, and we will quickly console it. So console.log, and I will write here what? N. Now let us come here and test it in the terminal. So note day 40 challenge, right? So I'll write here and we get here what? 3. So that means this function is successfully running, right? Now after that, what we have to do? We have to print the table of 9, right, till n. And that is where we have discussed what? That our loop will end at what? N, right? So let us write here our loop. So I'll write here what? For let I is equal to 1, and I should be less than or is equal to n, and I plus plus we will write, right? And after that, what we will do, we will come here and we will just console our I right now. Let us see how the loop is running. So let us come here and we will write here what? Node day 40 challenge. And we see here we getting what? 1, 2, 3. That is what I said. It is going to iterate 3 times. When it reaches 4, it will see that the condition is failing and our loop will terminate. So that is what exactly happening, right? Our logic will be what? 9 times of I, because we want the multiples of I, right? So here itself I will write comma, and I will write here what? 9 times of I. So let us come here and rerun it here. So I'll write node day 40 challenge and I will hit enter. You can see when I is 1, it is 9. When I is 2, it is 18. When I is 3, it is 27. That is what it is clearly mentioned here from line number 25 to 27, correct? After this, what we said, I told you, right, that it is going to give you in a different line, right? So that we don't want it, because we want it in a string, correct? Our output they want in a string, correct? So let us come here and declare an empty array. So it will be what? Const table is equal to empty array. And in this, we will come here and I will write here what? Table dot push. And to this, I will pass here our multiples of 9. That is 9 times of I, right? That is what we will do. And we will print it outside the loop because we want the final output, right? So we will come here and I will write here what? Console.log of table, okay? Let us come here and test it in the terminal and see what we get. So note day 40 challenge and I will hit enter. So we can see here we got exactly the same output, right? 9, 18 and 27, which was mentioned here in the line number 13, right? So this is what we are getting here as well, right? Now what we have discussed, that we can use the spread operator or we can use a join method, right? So we will come here and we will solve it in both ways. So I will take the spread operator and I will put it over here and let us solve it with a spread operator. So once again, what we will do, we will come here and I will write here what? Console.log of table, and we know how to use a spread operator, just the three dots, right? Table is our array. So we have stored it in an array, right? So this is our array and three dots. Now let us rerun it. So node and day 40 challenge, hit enter, and we get here 9, 18, and 27. I will clear the terminal now. And now let us do it with a join method. So I'll take it here and I will put it over here as well. Okay. Now let us come here and console it one more time. So console.log, and what we have to write? Table dot join with a space, right? So that we will do, and we will test it in the terminal one more time. So node day 40 challenge, and I will hit it enter. So we got here what? 9, 18, and 27, 9, 18, and 27. So if you see here, using spread operator or the join method, it is giving me the same output, right? So this is our desired output. So let us come here and we will improvise our console.log statement. So I will write here what? Result, or we can write here what? Table of 9. Okay. Instead of result, let us write here table of 9 using spread operator. I will write. Okay. Clearly we will mention it here. Okay. And I will write here what? Colon. So let us take this and I will improvise this join method also here. So we will write here what? Table of 9 using join method. So I'll just remove it here and I will put our join method here. Correct? So now let us rerun it in our terminal one more time. So I'll write here node day 40 challenge and I will hit enter. You can see here I got table of 9 using spread operator, table of 9 using join method. So we have successfully got in both the ways, right? So let us come here and comment out our line number 39, line number 42 as well, and line number 45 as well, and rerun it now. So we will clear the terminal and we will rerun it, right? Node day 40, and we get here what? Table of 9 using spread operator, table of 9 using join method. And if we see, the output is exactly the same, right? So we will come at the top and we will write our if condition. So if n is less than or is equal to 0, then you please console our null. So I'll write here what? Console.log of null, and we will do here early return as well. So I will write here what? Return. Now what does this early return means? That if you find this, please don't execute the rest of the code. You please stop the execution here itself. So let us see, do we get now? So we will clear the terminal and we will rerun it now. So we got your null, right? You got the output for a 3, but you are not getting output for 0. You're getting null. Now, if you pass a negative number also, it is going to give us the correct output. So print table of 9 and pass here -5. Let us rerun it one more time. And you see here we get null 2 times. One is for 0 and another is for -5, right? So we can write here in a proper way, but they said just you have to print null. So we will not improvise that console.log, right? So here they said, right, print null. So we are not going to improvise that console.log. We will just keep that console.log null. So successfully we have done both the things, right? That we are getting null also and we are printing the multiples of 9 also. If you pass a positive integer, now if you change it, print table of 9, and if you pass here suppose 5, it will give you till 5, right? So let us come here and run this once again. You get till 45. So this was our desired output which they have asked from us. Okay. Now let us come and have a quick recap of this question. So they said using the method of looping, write a program to print the table of 9 till end, right? And they said you have to print null if input is 0. And they gave here our input and output description, right? In the output description, they gave that you have to print the table of 9 with a single space between the elements, right? So that is what we have done. We have printed with a space, correct? Now let us come here to the line number 18. Now what we did, we have defined our function name as print table 9. And we had to write the print table of 9 till end, right? So what was the approach we used? We used a for loop, right? We started at 1 and ended at 3. And we kept on incrementing till our condition fails, right? So here what we did, we have used our for loop where we decided that our I will be 1 and we have written the condition I is less than or is equal to n, and it will keep on incrementing, right? It will stop when the condition fails, right? So that is where at line number 28, when I is equal to 4, the condition failed and loop got terminated, right? We came here and we declared an empty array, and on that we used a push method, correct? And then we get our output in an array, but our final resultant was in a string, right? So that is where we came here and we found out there are two ways to solve this, right? One is our using spread operator and one is using the join method, right? So then what we did, we came here. After that, we also discussed about this condition that you have to print null, right? That is where we did our early return and we wrote our condition here, right? So now at line number 38, we have defined our function as a print table 9. We are accepting as a param as a n. And then we wrote our condition for printing null, right? When n is less than or is equal to 0, you please do a early return and give me in the console as null. So that it was giving me here, right? And then after that, as we discussed here that we are going to take an empty array, we took our empty array and we stored our multiples of 9, right? So then we took our for loop here and then we pushed all our multiples of 9 to this table array. And then we came here and we checked out whether we are getting it or not. And we checked out at line number 49, we were getting in an array form. So that is where we came here and we solved this question first with spread operator. We used our spread syntax, 3 dots using our array, right? So that is where we came here and we solved this question first with the spread operator, and we can see line number 51, we have used our spread syntax, right? 3 dots, right? And also we have improvised our console.log statement, that is table of 9 using a spread operator. Then we came to line number 52 and we have solved the same thing using a join method, right? So that is where we have written table of 9 using join method. And then we wrote here what table.join as well, correct? And then we can see here we have invoked here with n number of inputs, right? First with 3, second with 0, after that with -5, then with 5. So at 3, we were getting the desired output. At 0, we also tested that whether we are getting null or not. So that also we are getting. When it is negative also, it is not going to calculate. It will give us null itself. And then we even tested when we are passing a different positive integer, what happens. So we saw here we are getting till 45, right? So let us come here and clear the terminal one more time and we will just rerun it now. You get here what? First time till 3, correct? Using spread and join. Then second time you are getting null for 0. You are getting null for -5 also. After that you have wrote here what? 5, right? So then we are getting here 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, correct? Till 5, right? So we are getting the 9 multiples till 5, right? So that is what was expected from us, right? Why Gooey's Codekata, guys? Because practicing coding regularly is essential. And platform like Codekata makes it enjoyable and structured. Whether you're learning to code or preparing for interviews, it has something for everyone. So try solving this challenge directly on the Gooey's Codekata and see how many problems you can crack today. I will leave the link to Gooey's site and the Codekata page in the description below. So that's all, guys. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more daily coding challenges. And I'll see you tomorrow with another exciting question. So take care. Bye-bye, guys.